Hey guys, it's SurrealBeliefs, and I'm going to do a channel update real quick. Now, I'm going to talk about why I've been gone, what's been going on, and what my plans are for the future. Now, to let you know, I am fine, I'm doing okay, but there was a great flood here in Louisiana. It affected largely, I think, over 20 parishes. My parish was one of the one hit the hardest, and I'm around East Baton Rouge and Livingston Parish. Just to kind of define that a little bit more. I don't like to really talk about my location or personal matters like that, but that is where I'm at, and that is why I haven't had power or internet for a little while. Now, on that note, I've had family members lose their homes, and I've been having to help them rebuild it, tear out interiors, and do all of that. I can link a few news articles down below for those of you who haven't heard about the event. But I'm fine. I will not be putting up a GoFundMe. I'm not going to milk this, because other people need the help more. When I find a charity that I know is a legitimate one, then I would like to kind of prompt that up, because there are people here who need a lot more help, because it's been incredible how few people have died. There's a thing that was called the Cajun Navy that popped up, started by a guy here, where a bunch of guys with boats went around working with the police and the National Guard, working around the clock to save people. Our neighbor got air extracted by a Black Hawk. That was incredible. It's just been a crazy event. I was able to spend half of it in New Orleans, thankfully, which wasn't hit by the storm, and then the other half, well, here, of course. And I had to deal with all the flood stuff, trying to find out which roads weren't a fucking river or whatever. I've been having to drive out of town to go buy food. Fortunately, I do have a vehicle, so I've been able to do that, and yeah, that's what's been happening. I've been helping my brother, who lost everything in his home, except for what was like in his storage unit and a few things that were like high up. But that's what's been going on. That's what happened. I plan on going back to all my Let's Plays, all my things like that. I want to thank all of the people who have reached out to me during that time period on like Twitter. Which is why Twitter is incredible. It's so brief. You can just like quickly send a message, and I just wanted to let people know that I was fine, because a few people knew about the flood. And I want to actually give a huge shout out to Darren Total War of Creative Assembly. He reached out to me, and that meant a lot. Pixelated Apollo, Lionheart, Snowhood, just so many of you, Havoc, reached out and were like, hey, are you okay? And I won't lie, it's been a fairly tough time. The sheer devastation here, most of our stores wiped out, most of our things wiped out, so we gotta like leave town to go find things. Fortunately, Baton Rouge is beginning to recuperate and things like that, so I'm gonna be able to head there rather than going elsewhere. But anyway, I just want to say thank you to all of you who reached out. Like, it doesn't take much. I'm not asking for things, but it definitely felt incredible to have people go, hey, I'm thinking of you, and that made my day a lot better. Things like that do mean a lot, and they do count for a lot, so thank you to all of you for that. I have picked up on a amusing note. While I was in New Orleans, I went to La Cabana Hemingway. Oh, sorry. It was La Habana Hemingway, and it was a cigar club, and now I smoke cigars. I won't be smoking them all the time. It's a social habit now, but I did that. I had it with a nice bourbon called Blanton's, and that part of my vacation was incredible. I really enjoyed that. It's just funny how like I haven't had a vacation since I was like 14 years old, and then when I do, an act of God. It was really amusing anyway. Only because you have to derive what humor you can from things, but yeah, anyway, if you guys are like curious in like pictures of what's been going on for like my family in our homes and things like that, fortunately the back of the property that I'm on now, one of the few homes to have relatively light damage, because down the street everyone's having to pile things up. We had relatively light damage because of a dam that we had built a while back because of the previous floods. It's crazy because like in my parish, like only like 32% of people had flood insurance, and now they have to deal with this. But hopefully things will be great. I will say I'm really proud of my state, and I will never say that again probably, but I'm usually a guy who's like, oh, look at these guys in their big old trucks and their boats and whatnot being foolish. But no, that's been a great boon. Everyone has really banded together. no matter what they look like, who they are, people have really banded together here, and it's been a beautiful thing to see. Like it really touched my heart to see that just people were helping. I mean, I remember trying to get back home, and I couldn't. The roads were completely flooded, and like as I tried to find more roads to go down, like I couldn't because they were all flooded, and I just had to like leave town completely. I couldn't get back home. There was no way for me to get back home. Like I drove down the interstate, and I'm like, oh wait, hold on, that's now a river state. And I just saw a bunch of people with trucks and boats. Immediately they were just going in there, helping out. And because like everyone has a gun here, looters weren't really a huge problem. Some people did try, and that's always like the most deplorable behavior ever. It's like, dude, you live in our fucking town. What are you doing? What are you doing? Go home and shut the fuck up. Because if you're caught, first off, you got a bunch of pissed off people, much less a pissed off police department. But I'm not going to get into the whole debate about that. I stay apolitical. I stay neutral on that grounds. And now I do have very strong and fervent political views and things like that. But none of it will be even hinted at in what I'm talking about here. So I just, that's just all things that all lined up, that all worked out and stuff. You had people who were self-sufficient, who worked together, and it's really been a cool thing to see. But anyway, thank you for everything, everyone. To let you know, again, I will be going over my old content, and I did have plans. I had plans for a chat group for all of us so that you guys could have a chance to get in here and game with me and my friends at various points. I spoke about it with my friends, and they were cool with it. That was before the trip. And I will be pushing my Patreon with new perks and things like that. And I want to rely on that more because ads blow. I get it. I know it. Trust me, I'm self-aware of ads. I keep my ad blocker off, and I shit you not, I do. Because when I'm on other people's channels, I want to support them. The alternative, you give a buck. You give a buck and you say, hey, why not? I got $1. Why not give it to that dude? I watch his stuff. He's pretty cool. And that's really how it works. So I'll do a more detailed video on that later, but it's really like a alternative thing. I'm currently looking at, I'm waiting on my new mouse. So I game so much that I fuck up my mice, and I clean them out. I don't like to eat at my desk. I keep things clean. I mean, there's one thing that has been told about me, is that I'm very clean, ridiculously clean. It's a problem. I have clean issues. I like to just be shiny. I'm a shiny man. But anyway, I have to get a new mouse, which should hopefully be here tomorrow. I have a double clicking problem, so like it'll like click at random times, and it's really annoying, and I can't seem to fix it. I tried on my old one, and I broke it, so I'm on like my backup old mouse that also is kind of funky. So my gameplay will be a little bit weird, but there will be new gameplay. I will be playing a lot more new games, even if it's like a video or 2 or 3, because I just want to play more, and I will be playing more, and I will be covering more mods. I will be doing more multiplayer battles. I've got a lot of them. Let's go look at it real quick. Got a lot over here. Oh yeah, this match made me very mad. Oh, that match also made me very mad. Okay, so there were a few here, as you could tell, that made me very, very mad. But anyway, I'll be doing commentary on those. But thank you for watching. Give your feedback down below. Check out my social media, because again, it's been a very good way for me to reach out to all of you. Like Twitter was incredible for that. I used to always go, oh, I hate social media, but I mean, moderate it, use it for the right things, and you're okay. Don't get too involved in the communities and the bubbles of things and all that. But anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.